Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the Titans Return Seaspray. So here he is in his boat mode. As you can see, I mean, it's Seaspray. Can't really say anything else about it. It's definitely Seaspray. Yeah, looks good. The propellers do spin. And then there's this little piece here that can pull off. Outside of that, looks good. If you fold this down, you got a little peekaboo face there. Got some awesome yellow paint going on that head. Looks great. I mean, that's like masterpiece quality paint on this one little piece of this Legends figure. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous to have such a good paint job for a Legends figure, and it's only the head. The rest of it's like, the rest of it's okay, but that head is just—it's so glossy. And I mean, seriously, I think they took, Hasbro just borrowed Takara's paint set for a minute. Let's see here. We can open. Where is it? Is it this? No. Or somewhere. I just can't remember. I haven't done it very much because it's such a wonky gimmick. Okay. That's not what's supposed to happen here. Okay, whatever. Alright, if you open this up, then you can put a Titan Master in here. Close it up. As you see, it doesn't quite fit right. You get the Titan Master head kind of sticking up behind Seaspray's head, and then his feet are dangling at the bottom. So it doesn't quite work as well as Brawn or Beachcomber, but it does work. Alright, transforming him. Just pull this out and down, and then the waist can come down like this. Flip this back, flip this down and around, and this will just fold down, and there you go. There's Beachcomber in his pot mode. You take this piece here, there's a little tab here that I can plug into this slot here, which looks fine, I guess. Head does swivel left and right. Ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, nothing at the waist. Hips are on ball joints, but you don't get very much movement out, up and back. Thigh swivel, bends at the knee, very tight going backwards, but very loose going forwards. Not so bad on this side. Maybe they just messed something up on mine. And then the feet do have the tilt. So, yeah, I mean, he's fine. He's great. Here he is with other Legend class bots. My biggest gripe with him is just his torso is a little thick, and arms look a little skinny because of that. I would say he's the weakest of these three. But he's not terrible either. All in all, see, here's the hard part. When I do these reviews, I have to think back of other figures because I don't always keep other figures. I don't always keep all the figures I've ever reviewed. As a matter of fact, I sell quite a bit of them, mostly so I can keep looking at new ones. That's one of my own personal flaws, I think. So, if you look back and you look at iGear, iGear, when they first came out, they knocked off the MP Seekers and did some improvements that then A lot of people get upset when you say this, but kind of inspired Takara's newer Seekers. Takara kind of adopted most of the changes that Iger did. Anyway, that's not the point here. Then they did a downsized MP01, which was fine. It was kind of brittle and fragile, but it was okay. And then they started doing the mini bots. And that's where I was getting at this. And the first two that they came out with was Huffer and Seaspray. And both of those were about this size scale, maybe a little bit smaller. And both of those blow Hasbro way out of the water. If you have the iGear Seaspray and you're looking at this to upgrade, I don't recommend it. The iGear Seaspray is one of the best third-party figures out there. It was small, yes, but it was the Legends class scale that we needed more than anything else. It was pretty stellar. I really, really enjoyed that figure. And at that when it first came out, $20 shipped from iGear for Seaspray and $20 for Huffer. Great pricing. It was great pricing. They looked good. Everybody loved them. It was then they did I think next up was the Brawn and Cosmos, and the Cosmos a lot of people liked. They didn't love it, and a lot of people liked the Brawn, but they didn't like the coloration of the Brawn and the size. I did not like the size of the Brawn, and then from that point on, they were all more in Scout class to mini MP bots, but they weren't mini MP bot designs. I'm kind of rambling here, but you'll see what I mean. But like their Beachcomber is garbage in compared to this, and I have to say the Brawn isn't very good. So, but their first two, their Huffer and their Seaspray, are so good. I still, to this day, will say they are better than Hasbro. Hasbro's Huffer didn't even have the little hood thing over his top like he should. Yeah. So I would say if you can find that one, the Seaspray, for a good price, definitely go pick that one up. If you already have it, don't bother upgrading. I can't recommend it. I don't think it's worth it in the long run. This is definitely better than the Make Toys one. That is for damn sure. Man, that thing was garbage. Along with their Power Glide. But if you kind of mix and match some of the iGear, the two smaller iGear bots, maybe Cosmos can fit in this scale, maybe. But then again, Hasbro did just release a pretty stellar Cosmos, or they re-released him with the Brawn, or no, with Seaspray. Yeah. Anyway, and then you get the Make Toys Swerve and what was the other one? Swerve and Gears. I would go with those two rather than Hasbro. Outside of that, I think you're in pretty good shape. I have Wind Charger somewhere too. I just don't know where I put him. That happens a lot here. Anyway, so yeah, all in all, for score, now that I've rambled on for about 3 minutes, for score on this guy, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Slightly better than just an average, Legends figure, but he's not a standout. The Beachcomber and the Brawn are such standout figures, and maybe that's looking at him after looking at those other two, that maybe is tarnishing my view on him. A lot of people really love this figure, and I fully get it, but for me, I'm going to have to see if I can track down that iGear one. I'm going to have to, because this guy just isn't quite up to snuff for me. So yeah.